Welcome to today's Coffee with Carrie. We're going to talk about virtual career fair platforms today. Really, when you look at, a lot of companies are still having career fairs. A lot of companies are having military career fairs. They're having college campus career fairs, high school career fairs at trade colleges, and so forth. And really, it's a large investment to do career fairs. A lot of companies can't afford to do career fairs because you're setting up a booth, you're flying people in. A lot of times, it's local, and maybe you have local recruiters and local HR. But you can't have very many of them a year because of the cost and not just the hard cost, but the cost of sending your resources and kind of taking them out of their day-to-day saddle to send them to career fairs. However, a lot of people go to the career fairs because they get some really good candidates. They get a lot of candidates that have good educations, or maybe they have good grit, and you can see that in person. But what if you could do a virtual career fair? What if you could do the same thing, do it more frequently, but be able to do it through video? And what a virtual career fair platform does for you is very similar to what you do in a career fair. Maybe you take three, four folks, you sit down and interview people. Maybe you talk to people. Maybe you take resumes, whatever it may be. What a virtual career fair platform is it's really on your careers page on your website, or on an independent landing page for that career fair. You have a little pop out on the bottom of the website that is your virtual career fair. Maybe for the virtual career fair today, we're hiring 4 different positions. Maybe we're looking for customer service. Maybe we have some sales positions open. Maybe we have a manager position open. And maybe we have a technician position open from that perspective. Based on those 4 positions that you're hiring for, you can then say across all your locations, across the country, across the globe, whatever it may be, for customer service, maybe I have 5 good supervisors in customer service that do interviewing. Normally, I probably couldn't take them to a career fair. I can't take them out of the day-to-day operations. It's very expensive. And maybe I have 3 good recruiters for that customer service position. I can take those 8 people and I can say anybody that wants to come into the career fair for customer service, I'm going to have them go into a video queue. And in that video queue, based on our career fair today from 10 to 4, those 8 supervisors and recruiters that I have that are skilled for that to interview for customer service, they're going to see those candidates come in the queue one by one. And they're going to be able to, regardless, I'm not going to have to pay for travel for any of them. They're going to be able to conduct video interviews before the career fair. I'm going to get with those folks. We're going to talk about, what questions and interview that we're going to do. It's probably not going to be any different than an in-person interview. But what I want to do in my virtual career fair is I want to ask, short interview questions, and really determine if I need to bring that person in person for an in-person interview, or depending on your hiring process, some people are going to a one video hire. So if I'm hiring for customer service, it's an hourly position. It's very competitive. If I can ask great enough questions on that video to do a little role playing, and I've got the person's experience and so forth, I might just make the job offer right then and there. And maybe I make the job offer based on that they pass a background check, and maybe they have to come in and do a technical assessment or something like that. But I can at least get them captivated. I can get them locked in. I can get them out of the job market. I can get them not to, I can reduce my no-show rate on training and on in-person interviews. And I can have these more frequently. And the more frequently you can make your brand competitive out there, and you can recruit from people that have a job instead of the underemployed, and your folks that are doing your talent acquisition and your recruitment can promote these career fairs. on your job boards and through digital means, and you can target and all your folks that are hitting people on LinkedIn, you can promote these. Not only that, you want to promote it with any virtual job fair with your current employees. Maybe you have a referral program in place that if people refer employees, they get some type of compensation. And even if they don't, you want to let your current employees know because they're your feet on the street. They're your brand ambassadors. They're the ones that are going to know about their friends and their community, and who's looking for a job, and they'll self-promote that for you. And then the great thing about the virtual career fair platform is once your fair is over, you can see from a reporting perspective. Remember, I had 4 roles we were open for our recruiting fair. I can see how many candidates we had, how many we've interviewed, and not only that is both my supervisor or my recruiter. They're going to fill out a 3-question survey after that, and they're going to say, hey, do I give this person a 5? Do I give this person a 2? Should we hire this person? Or maybe they're not good for this role, but maybe they're good for a different role. And so as a HR director or above, I can see this information and I can say, hey, of our job fair, we had 100 candidates that we interviewed. And of those 100 candidates, we had 25 that we should hire. They were solid and they passed the interview. And then on the flip side, I can go look at the candidate survey and the candidates ranking of what they thought of the position. And what you'll find that's very interesting is let's just take this 25 for a second. My HR folks said, hey, our supervisors said, we should hire these 25. What did those 25 say about the position? A lot of times you're going to see that your hiring manager or recruiter said, hey, this is a 4-star candidate or 5-star candidate. But then if you look at the survey results of the candidate, they may have given it a 1. Maybe they gave it a 2. And you're going to get to see their comments and why they maybe aren't interested in the position. And so a lot of times our HR folks will see that maybe they don't like the pay. Maybe the hours don't work for them. Maybe there was something in the interview process. Maybe they didn't like, what they heard about the company or the culture or whatever it may be. This is a great training tool to really help train your hiring managers, supervisors, recruiters, whoever is doing the interview, on really training them on what are the key talking points during the interview process, which candidates that they should aggressively go after, which candidates are not interested in the position. And, you'll find this out instead of them just not showing. So a lot of times the no-show rate, the reason you have the no-show rate is the candidate's not going to tell you over the phone, hey, I'm not interested in that position. Some will, but some won't. And if you get that information on the survey, maybe you still want to call them back and ask them questions about their comments, but at least it'll let you know and you won't waste valuable resource time. And this is why this process can reduce your career fair expenses, your virtual job fair expenses by more than 50%. And you can have them more frequently and get better candidates faster. And that's your today's Coffee with Carrie.